So, an interesting topic I'd like to talk to you about is called entrepreneurial seizure. It's like you living in Hollywood and here in LA, and you start hanging out with a bunch of people who are creatives, whether they're DJs, they're graph writers, or they're even just like, the prototypical stereotype of Hollywood where it's like, oh no, I'm a writer, I'm a director, I'm a movie maker. What would you get into if that's not your sense of direction, but because you become a product of your environment and your peers? What you experience is called entrepreneurial seizure. So I know people that like, hey, I'm going to start a radio network, and then it's going to be a podcast network. Or I'm going to start doing film, but you're not really that passionate about film. Or maybe even, hey, I'm going to get into podcasting or radio because it's an open market now. Just because of technology, it feels like it's a green light. Not that I'm trying to discourage people in attempting something, but it definitely, you who are not passionate and you're not really into, like, let's say podcasting or radio, you don't even try to go to school. Not that you have to go to school to be successful, but it helps to be trained in some kind of manner, right? For you to understand what it's like to intern and to work for free and fall flat in your face and be mentored by other people. It sets a big precedence. So what I'm noticing a lot is entrepreneurial seizure. There's so many people that are trying to do too many different things where they lose focus on one thing. You have to be good at one thing first, and then you start branching out. So for me, like, to share my experience in the radio world, you have to know how to edit audio, how to mix, compress, make sure the levels are good, and then you have to learn how to host. And then hosting, music-based, talk-based, group-based. So I myself am starting to cut down. As you've noticed, I've only used single cameras in a lot of my podcasts, though it's great to see visually and aesthetically to have camera switching. But as for you content creators out there, you know that you have to be fast, you have to be minimal, and make sure the content is good. Everyone worries about the wrapper, meaning the wrapper of the candy instead of the candy tasting good. So, yeah, this is something I'm also adjusting myself, and you should Google and look up videos on entrepreneurial seizure. It's something where you really have to control yourself just because there's opportunity to be involved in something, but you may not be passionate about.